We'll be live in just a minute, guys. We got 2 viewing. All right, are y'all ready to get started?
Need my mic.
Need my mic. All right, everybody's live. People can hear you. Remember that.
Oh, okay. So we're not doing the show intro music and all that.
Well, we are, but
tell me when to mute my mic then.
I will introduce you at some point.
Okay.
I'm new to this hosting thing. I haven't done it in forever.
It's been a while.
Yeah, we got a new host this week. Who's this guy?
Let Tim host. Let Tim host.
Oh, not
Tim would just be like, "Hey,
Phil,
we love Xbox." All right, let's see. Start recording. Welcome to Xbox Uncut, episode 193, and the music's playing again. Oh my god. That's not right. That's why I don't host anymore. But I'm back this week to host. Let's just get right into it. Welcome to the show, Eric!
Hello, I'm here. How you doing?
Thanks for coming on, Eric. It's a privilege to be here with you. I feel like the podcast has been lifted.
Oh, that's nice.
We have the wonderful Steph. What's up, Steph?
Oh, second. Okay, I'll take it. What's good?
We have Will. How you doing this week, Will?
Hey, pretty good. Thanks for having me on again.
1 week will tell you no. Don't worry. It'll happen. That's what we do.
Saving.
And without a doubt, the biggest man on Twitter, Tim Dog himself. Welcome to the show, Tim.
Happy to be here. Another installment. What are we up to? What episode is this?
193.
Wow. 200, we're gonna have a big party.
Yes. Yeah. I'm thinking churches.
Yeah. churches chicken?
Yeah.
I'm more of a Popeyes guy.
No, Popeyes is on point. Don't get me wrong. I'm just, 200's a few episodes, a few weeks away.
I don't know. I'm just making a decision now because I ain't gonna fly. I can't fly with church. I'm just saying I can't.
You don't like churches? What about Lee's? Are you a Lee's man?
I've never had that, but I no churches. Sorry. No.
I'm telling you though, I went to Memphis on my vacation, and Gus's Chicken.
Right.
That shit's on point.
Oh, like, Gus's is hitting, bro. I know.
Yeah, Gus's Chicken is fucking on point.
It is.
Yeah. All right.
I don't know who the fuck Gus is, but his chicken is delicious.
Yes, it is. All right.
See, when you said churches, I thought you meant like the group, like the singing group.
Nah, we're always talking about food. I'd also like to thank everybody in chat. Money Moose, Wolverine, aka Prophecy.
Moose.
Thank you.
What's up?
What up?
Right. So let's get. I think we should go right into to our letter of the evening.
Just one letter.
Yeah, just one letter.
Mm.
It says, "No one seems to ask this question. Very important to me. Will Xbox One X allow you to download and install themes?" This is written by the OGB. I don't know. That's all I got. But no, the Xbox One X or Xbox One, they do not do themes. You can choose the color of your tiles. You can choose a lot of stuff, but you can't. It's not like PlayStation where you have a dedicated theme. But you can change the background. You can change the color of the tiles, like I said. But you can't change like audio or anything like that. But I'd be down. I'd like to see some themes on the Xbox.
Yeah.
I don't know about y'all.
Yes, I'm currently in love with my PlayStation 4 theme, which is what is the name of that show? Jessica Jones, my Netflix wife.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I have that there, and
So
I'm
like
staring the eye.
custom themes though, everybody uses, right? For their background. But you mean like a theme
Custom
that moves?
picks?
Yeah, custom
Picks.
picture.
Or like a
not
dynamic
even
thing.
moving theme. Like I would say any theme would qualify for this discussion. But Microsoft hasn't really done a theme update.
Oh, that's true. I didn't notice.
They did them with the 360, didn't they? I want to say, right?
Believe so.
Yeah, like it was the blades. You could change like the blades. And
yeah.
shit.
Yep.
Yeah, like a
It's
Halo.
been a while,
blade.
but I guess they thought maybe you just wanted to put wallpapers and stuff in the background.
Give me a theme, Mike. Theme. Get on it.
All right. OGB, thank you so much for writing in. I hope that clarified your Xbox question of the week. So video games, guys. Video games. I heard that Dead Rising is not doing too well. I heard Capcom's a little disappointed.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. It's it's the fourth iteration of like a series where you kind of do the same thing over and over. It's like, I'm sure it's fun, but
it is. I actually like the fourth game. I don't think it's too bad. I never finished it though, which is really telling.
I want to say that I know this doesn't just go for me, but a couple of my friends who was going to buy the game they took out the co-op story mode, which I thought was a bad idea. I played the 3 like a lot, like a few hours or so or more, or like 10 or 15 hours, just the story in co-op from a friend. So I decided not to get it whenever there was no co-op mode. I almost picked it up when it went on sale a few times, but something about it being in Christmas, like a Christmas themed game, just, I don't know, make me not want to get it like in fucking January or February, you know what I mean? So, about 2 cents on it.
Anybody else play Dead Rising?
I did play Dead Rising, not Dead Rising 4 though.
What do you play? Oh, okay. So you.
But in terms of this though, this is crazy because I really thought it would have made $1 million, but this might people might point fingers at maybe this is like Microsoft's fault or whatever. I would really say this is not the first time this has happened. We also remember that happened with Resident Evil. It happened with Street Fighter V.
Yeah, it's something.
So
Capcom
is on shaky ground. It seems, and I know their company has. It also has somebody who is, if I'm correct, with the mobile division. They tried to change certain things so they can move that way. They haven't done that yet. They have tried to, so they're a little bit on shaky ground, and they try to put Street Fighter, big game names people know, right? Street Fighter, Resident Evil, Dead Rising 4. But it doesn't seem like it always works. Dead Rising got lucky, not lucky, but they were doing well, and then Street Fighter didn't, and Resident Evil didn't. But then the new Resident Evil it sold less, if I'm correct, but it sold to their expectations. That doesn't make any sense to me. I don't understand that. I don't understand the monetary stuff, but yeah, it's just Capcom. They're just hit and miss,
The crazy thing about all of this is that Monster Hunter is probably going to end up being their biggest game, like overall, like even bigger than Street Fighter, which is pretty weird. I mean, I love that game. I want to say 600, 700 hours in the one on Wii U. So it's kind of weird that it's going to be bigger than Street Fighter. I never thought I'd be able to say that, but
yeah,
good game.
Yeah, well, they messed up a lot with the Street Fighter. They really screwed the pooch on that one, so they kind of deserve sales like that. And with Dead Rising, you gotta remember, Dead Rising 3 came out as a launch game, and that did pretty well for them. So they probably thought, okay, with 3 doing so well, we'll put 4 on there. The only thing is, the question is the exclusivity period. We still don't know what's going on with how that worked out, because we still don't have any.
That's funny because it's like it's funny, to be honest. It's like the Street Fighter 5. The whole exclusivity thing kind of like twisted on there. It already twisted one time, then now this happened. Right. I really believe that with the Street Fighter 5, it would have been successful if they were trying to do like what Microsoft was doing, but it's $60.
At this point, Capcom needs to either really go out of their way to make sure everything's on every platform, or just look for somebody to buy their company to sell their IPs. Because I just don't see them surviving at this rate.
I remember Dead Rising 4 came out at a pretty bad time. It came out like near the tail end of the holiday, so it was like I think Dishonored 2 came out not too long, too much like around that period. Dishonored 2 came out, so it was just like a really bad. I mean, it was a good theme. It was fitting for the holiday, but it was just almost every other game came out before that, like Final Fantasy 15 and Dishonored 2. It was a crazy holiday, man.
It really shouldn't have been holiday themed either. Like I think that hurt the game overall.
I think we're gonna have to wait to see, Dustin, what their future is. I think it's gonna be between how Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite and Monster Hunter perform. Then we could really, see. They might get lucky with Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter's been pretty it's been killing it. For a while on
they sold like 4 million copies just on the 3DS.
Yeah, so they might. Listen, I saw some footage. Listen. I haven't played Monster Hunter in a long time, but I saw some footage. I was like, that's looking pretty good. I was stunned to see how, because you never seen it look like that, ever. So I was like, wow, this looks amazing.
It's always been held back by handheld games. So now that's going to be on
we'll see what
PS4 and Xbox and PC.
So Tim, will Monster Hunter save Capcom?
Yeah, I think Monster Hunter is going to do very well. As far as Dead Rising 4, I purchased the game. It's pretty good. It's mindless fun, button mashing. But I kind of feel like the date where they came out wasn't great, and I just felt there's no hype. I mean, it's another one of these Xbox / exclusive or DLC or exclusive year content that just doesn't do well. So I mean, I don't think it would have done great on PlayStation either. And even if it comes, I don't think it's going to do great. It's just, I think the series old in the tooth, and it didn't, permeate with
resonate,
it didn't resonate.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a little stale, man. Sorry, Dustin.
I was going to say, I mean, I'm one of the people that love Dead Rising, and I'm with Tim. I bought it, but it's just a game like that. It's weird to see it just not resonate with anybody. It was kind of like, yeah, it's Christmas theme, it's funny, but I think it's like you said, we've done it.
Right.
Yeah, unless they do a huge overhaul of the series, they should kind of let that retire that franchise to kind of bring back their other stuff. Like Devil May Cry, that should have been back by now. Mega Man, they have them in Marvel's Capcom. There's still a lot of IPs they can really tackle, and maybe even new ones that they can prop up and put them as their major portfolio stuff. But they're just kind of, I guess they're just kind of just doing their own thing. And
to be honest, and I know I've said it before, I'd love another Mega Man Legends, like a full-blown Mega Man / RPG thing.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Onimusha.
Yeah.
What about Deep Down, though? Where Deep Down at, man? Can we get that?
God. When's that coming? I don't know, man. I think that's they gotta even make that.
Did you just mention Deep Down, Steph? Really?
That's fine.
You went back to 2013. I remember that. I remember that game. It had some fire, something like that. Nobody care about that game. That game is done. They kept on saying oh, we're changing the game. It's different, guys. Nah, it's over. There's no way. You didn't see it at E3. You didn't see it at Sony's stage. Heck, it could be a free-to-play game when it comes out.
Yeah, I think that was the intention. I mean, I hope they don't. Yeah, I mean, if anything, at this point, they'll probably make it multi-platform. There's no way they can keep that on PS4 only. But yeah, what do I know?
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
Capcom's just weird, man. They got all I don't know. I think it's just that I don't know. Maybe their games are just not as popular anymore. To be honest, they have been releasing games, right? That are staple names. They're household names, right? But after a while, right, you got to have newer titles, right, that pop up and you carry you forward. But I don't know. It'll be suck to see if they go down. It'll be crazy.
Yeah, I think they're doing okay, but that's a good one.
They were investing in new IP. I don't remember their last big new IP.
Well, the last time they spoke about games, they mentioned that they were going to release sequels and remasters.
Yeah, they're supposed to release a lot of stuff, but who knows? We don't know what that is.
I think their last new IP was Remember Me, but I think that was and
it could be like a 3DS game too. So it doesn't. It's hard to say what they're making. But I remember, didn't somebody look at the artwork? It was leaked on the internet. It looked like there was a Lost. What's the name of the game I called? Was it Lost Odyssey? No, not Lost.
No.
No,
I know
I
it's
forgot.
Lost Planet.
Dragon's Dog.
Lost Planet. Thank you.
Oh.
Yeah, that type of game. They said it looked like that, and it was like they got a Lost Planet game, and they got like a game that's like with guns and stuff, right? That a shooting game.
Yeah, Knights of Aegis. I think that was like a rumored new.
Yeah, so
IP.
they had stuff, but like we don't know how far out. Like they, like when they report, like when they said they're investing, that's what that means, right? It means they're investing. So we don't know how long. We don't even know if they're going to be successful. Like when that time comes.
Mm-hmm.
I think I think they go through ebbs and flows of good games and bad games. I think Street Fighter V wasn't what they thought they were going to get, but I don't think it. I mean, it supposedly shipped 1.7, so it's not in a horrendous area. It should have definitely done better, but I feel like they're going to do very well with Monster Hunter. And I feel like they're gonna just have their good games and bad games. As far as with Dead Rising, I just felt like it's just done. It's run
its course.
It's run its course, and they need something new in that series, or maybe a little time off.
Yeah.
And when Tip says a little, like 3 years, people, we need time away.
Yeah.
Not an additional 6 months.
Yeah, I wonder if it's going to even come to PlayStation. That is actually a good question. Supposedly it was a year exclusive.
I don't think it is.
I don't think it's going to come either. I don't think they're going to even bother because I don't even think Sony fans want it. I mean, that's how poor the reception is. You don't see nobody talking about that game. You know what I mean? That was supposedly a AAA exclusive, so or timed exclusive, but. Nobody cares.
Right.
All right. Talk about something nobody cares about. Final Fantasy 15's car is coming to Forza Horizon 3, guys.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Is that what that shit was?
Yeah.
I don't know what that was. The car that they all riding around in with the fucking leather. I don't know what the hell those are.
I think we should all be able to ride in the same car because it's all about family, right? That's what that Final Fantasy 15 was all about, family.
I haven't played it yet, so I don't know.
Yeah.
It's all about leather.
It's all about the leather.
Leather exterior.
But yeah, if you were ready to drive the Final Fantasy 15 car, guess what? It's coming your way, and it's free. So
it is free. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's free. So
it's not bad. It's
enjoy it.
Not a bad thing. Won't they put like a Crimson Sky plane in there? Put a plane in there.
Hey, that just don't even bring that up right now. Don't you dare. All right, let's talk about something everybody thought was cool because I can't imagine anybody think this is dumb. Did y'all see the Halo 5 duck hunt video that somebody made?
That was awesome, man. That was awesome.
I mean, bravo. That's all we could really say. That was incredible. So somebody spent the time in Halo 5 and the custom game creator and was actually able to create Duck Hunt. It's just impressive. Where you shoot Spartans.
Wait a minute, I didn't see that, but I did see the not Transformer, Power Rangers thing. That was pretty awesome. I don't know if anybody saw that.
Oh no, wait a second. Give me 1 sec. I'm gonna talk
I haven't seen that. Oh, okay. Let me check this out.
It really is impressive. It's.
Let me see here.
I'm sorry, this is the worst podcasting ever.
Duck Hunt Round 1. Wow.
Yes,
that's
like
crazy.
I just can't believe somebody spent the time to do it.
What? How is that even possible?
Does that mean that Xbox now has Duck Hunt as an exclusive?
Yeah,
it's the only current gen console with Duck Hunt exclusively on it. Yeah.
Now, you think you get a 4K update with that, or
no? They already said that Halo's getting a 4K update. So yes.
Okay, so Duck Hunt in 4K.
Duck Hunt 4K.
Who says we don't have games?
I like how they're like boosting left and right.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's amazing.
But yeah, Duck Hunt in 4K, only on Xbox One X.
I've seen it all.
I was surprised. I was actually, when I originally saw it, I was like, I need to download this before they take it down. There's no way they're going to leave that up.
Yeah.
It's such a blatant ripoff. Alright. So, Fortnite, the early access has hit, guys, and the reviews have so far, like, people seem to really love this game, even though it's free to play. Have any of you been able to play around with it?
No, I didn't even know it was out, to be honest.
So if you are willing to cough up some cash and buy one of their, I guess, DLC packs, you can get early access into the game.
Yeah, I was gonna say if it was free to play, I would be able to play it, but it's not.
It's not a free-to-play game. I thought
it
Epic
is a
was
free-to-play game.
Oh, it is. Okay.
It's early
It's
access.
just early access
packs.
for the people that buy the packs.
Oh, okay.
So you have to pay to play the free-to-play.
Weird.
It's craziness.
But hey, you know, overall, it looks like people really are enjoying it. I actually am more excited now, and I kind of want to download and play. I just don't want to spend $40 in packs. I can't bring myself to it. Not yet.
Yeah, I do want to try it out, but I'll just wait for it to be like the free version, and I'll see. I'll make the call of whether we should invest in it or not. Because at this point, it just seems kind of early to be investing in that sort of thing, especially if you don't know if you're gonna like the game. So that's just me. Like I don't know if other people are willing to give it a chance like that and buy into it.
All right, so we also have the sales numbers of the week. Not sales numbers of the week, but Xbox software sales are up 11%. Console revenue declines 29% due to lower prices and fewer units sold. But overall, Microsoft's division, I think, went up 2% for Xbox.
Yeah, did well. They're making money.
They're definitely cashing in on all this, so I know they're happy. I know Satya specifically came out and was talking about the Xbox Game Pass being a big success for them. So, that's the future, like Netflix for video games. It's the future. Get used to it. It's not going anywhere, and with Microsoft showing those kind of profits on it, I bet it's not too long before you see Sony and Nintendo following suit. Just because why not? Why not cash in on it on old games? Yeah,
it's good to see Xbox introduce more revenue streams from their actual Xbox service, because this report was kind of weird, I guess, because it split up into different things that generated profit for them that were, I guess, it's Xbox, but it still falls under, like, I think devices and, what was it?
Services and devices. They
exactly.
Always, it's confusing, but go on.
So it's tricky to see what exactly, if the Xbox is actually generating that much profit, or if it's just as a whole of all their devices that include Xbox apps and games. But it's good to see that it's making profit, and the Xbox is definitely gonna need more revenue to maybe hopefully get them to invest more into the games and all that important stuff that we want to see come out of this sort of thing.
See, for me, it just shows that Xbox is actually making money, and they're making a lot of money. But what's kind of disturbing is that the console sales are down, but they're making money, and this is because of the services and this type of stuff that they're offering. I think what has to happen here is they have to find common ground with its fan base. Especially the hardcore, where they show that they're going to invest in making games, because we are fans, and when it comes down to it, it's great that Xbox is making money, but in the end, it matters what your living room matters more, pretty much, than Microsoft's profit, or at least for me, that's the way I feel. So. I think it is. I think it's safe to expect. I think it's safe, and I think it's fair to expect them to continue game output and to maybe invest into first party. And we've talked about this, and there's criticism out there against them. And I think it's valid, especially when you see that they're making money. So as fans, I just think that it's okay to be vocal and to ask for the games and to, in a way, I wouldn't say demand, but say as a consumer that we're paying on our part of the bargain. You have to come to the table with yours,
especially with the Xbox One X coming out soon. Like
exactly. But other than that, yeah, the days of saying Xbox is over and they're going to sell off, that's just not going to happen. The worst case scenarios is they become a service-based type of entity, and they kind of like get away from first party, and they kind of just deal with these type of Netflix subscriptions and Xbox Live, and becoming more of a service than maybe more of a content provider, and that kind of worries me. But I do think that that they do see what we're asking for, and I do think that when it's all said and done, that they're gonna possibly do some moves, and that's basically all that as a fan that I need left is just I want to see some first party development and just a way to create games and a way to have some type of exclusivity. I think the fans overall have been. Even though we complain, but we've done good, and we put our money in it, and we dealt with a lot of things that they threw at us that were uncommon in the console space, such as sharing your games with PC and stuff. And I think we took it with stride, and I think that there's a good relationship there. And just as fans, I think we should just ask for what we want. And I know personally, I'll ask for what I want. And obviously, it's not about they're not hurting for money. They're doing well. So, and we now know it.
Yeah, my worst fear is that they become like a Valve, and they have a lot invested into the ecosystem, but they don't pump out any games. That's like a big worry for me. And we should reference this also. Is I know Matt from NeoGAF had mentioned something about them not investing anything at the first party that's kind of still the same, like either way. But I don't think that's true, because we've seen Phil Spencer actually comment on them on saying that they're going to invest as much as they have on hardware and services into first party. So I don't think he's correct on that.
Yeah, me neither. But at the same time, I think the teams Microsoft actually has, the developers they have, are actually amazing. They're really high quality, and I'd love to see them double their teams up so that they can make double the amount of games. They might not need double the studios, but they definitely need double the output from the studios they currently have. Because if you had two teams, like even if you just had your programmers working on and off of two different types of games, we could get some insane experiences that wouldn't be possible with a brand new studio that just wasn't built to the same standard as something like 343 or Turn 10. Like, they're just kind of these huge monolith studios that need to they need to do more than one game at a time if Microsoft's going to really say they have a lot of first party output.
Right.
Yeah. Well, one thing I wanted to bring up, I don't know if I missed this part, but Microsoft was winning this time last year. So they won was it those 4 MPDs that they won last year? Yeah. They were winning. Yeah. They were winning these 4 months. So I think that has a lot to do with them being down, and Nintendo's in that equation now. And Sony did a good job this year to make sure that they got the spot. They came out with that gold PS4, and I think there was a silver one too. So I think that made all the difference.
Brings up a good point, though. He says he thinks the hardware sales are down because of the anticipation for the X, and he said I think it was similar with the anticipation of the Pro, And that's probably why the Xbox won those months, is because of the anticipation of the Pro coming out.
Yeah, but they also did sell a lot more, though. I mean,
I know they did. Yeah.
They're way down. They're way down for June. A month where they had E3. Now, comparatively with Pro last year, I think they sold PlayStation sold 234,000. But Pro was actually, I mean, we knew about it, but it was actually officially announced September 7th. So, they had 234,000 sold. This year, Microsoft had 150,000. And that's a low number for June. Probably, yeah, I agree that, that plays into it. But I just feel like right now there's no hype for Xbox One S, and I think they had a rough start of the year, and Sony's had a real strong part of the year because, when you see that disparity, 384 to 150, it's you got to scratch your head, and I actually talked to some people, and I made it apparent, if they don't win and they don't sell consoles, what's going to happen as for us, in my opinion, is that they're just going to cut corners. We're going to get less and less, exclusivity. We're going to get less and less, everything's going to get cut. The market leader is always going to get more stuff. They're always going to get more buzz. They're going to get more games. They're going to get more exclusivity, more marketing deals, that type of stuff. So I think it's really important that the console X takes off, and I think it is going to. My feel is that it's going to be popular, but it really has to do well, because if it doesn't do well, we might be in a spot where they cut even more corners, and less games are outputted, and less first party is focused. So it's kind of a critical time for Xbox when the X comes out. I think they're going to not win until the X comes out. They're going to have a lot of low numbers until then.
Yeah,
they will. But the X is going to come out, and they're going to win. I think it's going to be more like when 2013. I think they're going to do 1 million literally in a day. I can put some money on that right there. 1 million in a day, guaranteed.
Eric, are you willing to take that bet?
I'm not taking that. I ain't taking that. There's a lot of interesting things that was said here. But
how many people watch their E3 conference?
It's not do or die for Microsoft. You have to understand.
Oh no, I don't think anybody's saying do or die. Tim said, it's more about them cutting corners, not do or die.
He said something weird there. He was saying if this doesn't happen, there'll be way more cut corners and stuff. I don't think that's the case. All I think is just Phil, he already explained it. He said that he's not marching to anybody else's drum. He's not doing that. You see him on Twitter. People tell him all the time what games need to be added and whatnot. And he's just okay, but we still have. He does not even care. He'll tell, we got Cuphead. We got Cuphead. He'll tell you straight up, we got Cuphead. Why are you guys complaining? That's not what he said. But you know what I mean? That's a summarization.
Yeah, come on, man.
So in general, I don't think that's the case. I think you should look closer to what the CEO
Capcom's model, right?
Yeah. Well, Capcom's model. Not Capcom's model. No, I'm just saying. Look at what.
I gotta split my drink out.
He said it was 9. He said Xbox business is worth $9 billion. That's what they're getting. Right
they're generating money for sure.
So they're making money off of Xbox, but
they're not making money off of Xbox. What they're making money off of is all those Minecraft sales on the Switch.
Xbox Live. That's the point. It's Xbox. That's Xbox. You know what I mean?
Service side of it.
Thing. And I think the same. If we were to really look, I wouldn't be surprised if on the PlayStation side it's somewhat similar. I wouldn't be surprised. Yes, they sold a lot of. Obviously, it's still the hardware. A lot of money off of that. But if we look at the software stuff, like software sales and whatnot, I think you would be surprised too. Notice that it's also PSN has really helped the company with money and stuff, Yeah. So that's all we're seeing. Now, as for the teams, you only can release games from it's been, how long has he been? He's been now for 3-4 years. He's been at the head of 3 years. He's been the head of of Xbox. So he has actually, to be honest, at this mark this year would have to been if he didn't like buy a whole bunch of teams, right? And like in 2014, or a whole bunch of deals, this year would be like the breakout year, right? But that's not what happened. He talked about before, like he just signed deals, and I can't talk about the games because they're not going to come out for another 2 years. He's not doing that anymore. He's telling us he's not doing.
Oh no, they're not talking about games super in advance anymore. Yeah,
no more early releases, right? And in terms of just so you guys know, first party is crucial. Even everybody knows this, so that'll never change. You'll always see an investment in first party. That's you don't have to worry about that. It doesn't matter if I don't know if the PlayStation made it to 90 million and the Xbox got stuck at 40 million. It doesn't matter. They have to because
they're gonna have the games that you're gonna have though. But my question to you, Eric, is what different do you think that they're gonna expand? Like, wouldn't you want to?
Yeah, I think that they will have new, like literally new franchises. Because if I remember it was back early at the start of Xbox. I think we've seen that they did try to start new franchises, but they just didn't live up. Everything didn't live up to the hype that I guess the market expected. Like everybody didn't buy like Quantum Break, right? Everybody didn't buy Sunset Overdrive. Everybody didn't buy Recore. You understand? These are supposed to be, and they did say like these are owned, or rather they're inside Microsoft Game Studios. So where they, where they went together, they worked together with the partners for the game. But that's going to continue. You're going to continue to see them work together with people. Like, look at the Scalebound issue, right? Incident, right? Like, that was a very good, interesting event that happened. Because Phil Spencer even said, stuff like that is never going to happen again. He said he learned from it. He said he's not going to, like, trust, he gave them a lot of time. And remember we found out they were like lounging and they were on vacation and stuff. Like, that's the thing about Phil. You can tell that he does give the third parties, right, when they, he says, okay, I want you guys to make this for me, like the Phantom Dust. Remember, that was another incident, right? He gave them some time, and that was the same thing. He gave them more time. Yeah. And then he saw the stuff, and he was like, "Whoa!" He probably lost his mind. I was like, "Whoa! What? I just gave you like millions, $1 million or $2 million or whatever, and this is what you gave me."
He didn't see improvement.
Exactly. So he learned from that, and we're going to keep on seeing that. So that's not going to change. You got to worry about that, Tim. It's good.
Yeah. We had two other opposite style, like kind of games like Recore and the Master Chief Collection were undercooked, and they were kind of a problem. So they kind of undercut their own franchises there. So that was an issue. I hope they learned from that.
Wasn't Master Chief Collection though outsourced though from multiple different studios?
It was.
So that was that Recore is different. Recore is like, well, it could have used a year in the oven.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely substantiated by the definitive edition, which we still haven't had any really concrete info on, besides like a leak of the art or whatever.
Yeah, I heard on the PC it looked very like Recore looks okay. It's not that bad, as people say, but I heard on the PC version of it, right? People were like it was really nice. Like nobody gave any. It was a nice looking game. So
let's play it on PC.
If it's on the Scorpio. That's great. It's going to look like a nice looking game. That was really the only
It's going to be on the Scorpio.
Yeah, that's the only major thing that they could change. I'm not worried about the investments. I am worried about a gap to seeing the new stuff. Not like I know Gears is probably coming out next year, or Halo probably. We know that. Or Forza again. Those games we know are coming, but there will be unfortunately a delay to get to the newer titles that. Obviously, Phil Spencer signed or whatnot.
Yeah, the delay is a problem because it seems a little too far out, like 2 to 3 years.
But here's what's interesting that they're sorry to cut you guys off again.
No, go ahead.
It's interesting that in that year their competition is going all out. Now, what I mean by that is that it's year 2018, 2013. That's going to be 5 years, right? When that'll be exactly 5 years when. They're bringing all their biggest games out, right? They can bring in Detroit. Sony's bringing out Detroit, God of War. This is what they said: Spider-Man and Days Gone. Like these are the big games. Now, after that, they'll just probably have Last of Us. But it's and whatever Infamous is working on, right? Whenever that comes out,
Right.
that goes to show you they will have a stellar year, like a completely stellar year, and then I don't know, maybe then Xbox will have a stellar. Maybe now it's more of like you just gotta everybody's not on the same path right now. You understand? Microsoft's on a different path, Sony's on a different path. So that's how you can feel like, oh, Microsoft's lacking a bit, but they just spent like I remember when it was Aaron Greenberg, he said, "Didn't you remember we had Recore Gears?"
I know, it's true though. They got zero credit.
Yeah, nobody remembers
and
that.
Sony didn't have a strong holiday once again, and nobody, I mean, not that really should be compared to Sony, but it is competition, but. Because when Sony had the huge first quarter and Xbox even had a AAA, that Sony didn't have a AAA. I mean, they're the last Guardian we can say is a AAA, or we can argue about that. But Xbox had Halo Wars 2, but nobody mentioned that the first. Everyone's like, look, you have no games.
Yeah, because you know why? It's mainly because that they were Microsoft has done a great job, even though people think they've done a great job making sure that these games are out. I mean, I've seen them all over the place. I've seen them talked about. It's mainly just in the community, it seems, that they, I don't know. It's just weird. Like, the community, I guess they forget, and it's everybody. It's not just media. If some people just say it's the media, no, it's everyone. Everyone forgets every now and then,
Well, I think the major reason why last year the S was doing so well is because they had such a good forward momentum with their first party games that Recore, Horizon 3, Gears 4, Dead Rising, whatever that counts. So I feel like I agree with Tim with regards to there's no buzz or excitement right now on Xbox Live. You usually see it with new games. We see a lot of people. Everybody's mostly playing third party games, indies, and stuff like that. So basically play catch up with your
you're right. You're right. That's expected in the summer though. It's expected for that.
Yeah, I agree, but I mean, it's still PS4's getting Uncharted Lost Legacy.
I was about to say Uncharted about to come out though, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just didn't really I haven't heard about her. I didn't know that was still a very big title. People were waiting for. I didn't know.
Yeah, so that's why it was a little alarming to see the sales go comparatively with the PS4 and the Switch with seeing the Xbox so low.
Oh no, I knew the Switch was going. You have to understand, I knew that it was going to be PS4, Switch, and Xbox after that because it's the Switch. Switch, come on, the Switch has already been doing good from the start. Everybody.
But when you think about it, the Xbox One, it's basically Microsoft's best gateway into the ecosystem because you get the Xbox Live subs, you get the third-party content, and plus the first-party content, the microtransactions, the Game Pass. So you would think they would put a little bit more effort into the actual hardware sales. They want to put push that more. I mean, who knows? Maybe they'll save it for the holiday because that's usually when they do the best.
Well, yeah, that's where. They said that they were confident of not even starting the pre-orders. They explained it. They weren't even worried about it. To be honest, they said, just wait. There's a reason why we're doing it. And
right. Yeah, I think, like I said, it was crazy how they did have a really good showing, and nobody talked about the games, and then everyone talked about the games. I think Scalebound kind of kicked it off and maybe got people in that direction. Mm-hmm. And you're right, the narratives can change and this and that, and they can change on very quickly. But the glimmer of hope here is that I really feel like the X is markedly the best console on the market, and moving forward, and as that console, starts to really get developed for, and the games start to show, and as time passes, people are going to gravitate to Xbox One X, and I think that they need that. I'm happy, Eric. I'm glad that you have optimism. You don't hear that a lot from a lot of Xbox fans sometimes, but you make a lot of good points. And the only thing, like I said, the only thing left for me really as a fan, the only concern I have is just I don't want them to become that Steam-based model. I don't want them to become just a service that's just super profitable for them.
Garbage and
right,
Well, the one thing I'll say about the Steam idea you guys keep bringing up is that they don't have a Dota. The reason why Steam can be Steam is because they have one dominating franchise of this. I mean, they have 1 million concurrent players. I mean,
don't get me wrong, Dota helped, but the reason Steam became Steam is because they had cheap games.
Yeah.
And when Steam
we're not gonna
first
we're not gonna
started, a
have
lot of
Steam
people
anymore.
don't know the history of Steam. It was the most people were like, "Are you
People
out of your
hated it.
mind?"
Yeah.
They were like, "DRM? Are you out of your mind?" Like it was crazy. I don't think people remember that.
It wasn't until like they were like, yeah, 75% off on this game. People were like, yeah, I'll give that shit a shot. Like, fuck it, DRM, I'll take.
That's
I'll
how
take
they
it.
got you in, and then look what they did now. You know, they added like music and movies and stuff to their to the Steam service.
They got music and movies on Steam.
Yeah, you can see what Valve was, doing. You know, they don't even release game. Listen, Valve don't even release more games than Microsoft, and Microsoft gets all the hate. Think about that for a minute. They don't even release more games than Microsoft.
I'll put it this way: you could buy like AutoCAD on Steam.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Buy all kinds of software on Steam that's just not game related.
And they do sales for it too.
Yeah.
They do sales for the software.
All right. To get off sales, I want to talk about games. Games with gold, guys. It's an $89 value coming up this month. Aren't you excited?
Yeah, it's good.
Hell no.
To play Red Faction.
Yep.
That wasn't that not really. I ain't gonna lie. That Games with Gold wasn't the best. I ain't gonna lie.
Trials Fusion? No.
Trials Fusion is good, but it's not all that. I mean, they have Bayonetta up in there, though.
Slime Ranchers, yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of that.
I don't own any of these games, so I'm actually excited.
I have Trials. I bought it for my kids. It's a good game, but I already have it, so I'm
See, I don't know.
I think the leaked list that we seen like a week before I was like, condemned. Oh hell yeah!
What are you talking about? The leaked list of
there was a leaked list like a week before.
The leaked list of what was it? Super Mario Kart. And then
it was like Condemned, Firewatch, and something else.
No, somebody made a fake picture. It had Super Mario Kart, Gran Turismo Sport, and something else. It was fucking retarded.
Super Mario Kart?
Yeah, Super Mario Kart 8.
Yeah, there was a bunch of fake ones.
I didn't realize it was called Super Mario Kart. Okay.
I don't know. I think it's pretty good. I have Trials Fusion. I have Red Faction, Armageddon. The only one I don't have digitally is Bayonetta because I have that on disc. But so it's to be a welcome digital edition. I think it's a decent month, man. Slime Rancher is the only kind of outlier there. I wasn't like a huge fan of it, but it's a decent game if you're into like, if you like into like Harvest Moon and stuff like that. So
what you're saying is it's up my alley.
It is up your alley, sir.
Okay.
Nah.
Prophecy wants to know, when is Splinter Cell coming to backwards compatibility? Who wants to break it to him? Tim?
I don't know.
Down gently?
Maybe when the new Splinter Cell's announced.
When Hell freezes over?
2018 E3.
Yeah, this should be in Eric's ballpark because he has that Splinter Cell avatar.
Yeah, Eric. When is that Splinter Cell coming?
Listen, the weird thing is that we might not even get a Splinter Cell the way Ubisoft. Like I thought we would have saw that at E3 or something.
We still haven't finished Blacklist.
Oh yeah, I haven't finished that. But listen, from what I play, I played a lot.
We played together.
Oh wait, the co-op. Excuse me, wrong. Co-op. Yeah, definitely haven't finished that. It's a very good. I would say Blacklist is. I know Chaos Theory. Like I would say it's up there with Chaos Theory. I know some people are very nostalgic. I would say it's better than Chaos Theory. But I'll say for nostalgic purposes, it's like Chaos Theory. Then it's Blacklist. Then we could put like Pandora Tomorrow right there.
I love how you can tell when Eric is just like fucking gonna shoot at Steph. Like it's just like I'm gonna fucking fuck with Steph just a little bit.
you don't like the one on 360? What was it Conviction?
Oh,
Conviction was good.
No, look, Conviction was good. I definitely enjoyed Conviction,
one.
but whoa, what? Wait, hold on a minute, hold on.
Bro,
listen, it was fun, but let's not get crazy.
It was
Prophecy also agrees Blacklist is amazing.
Game.
Blacklist destroys Conviction. Blacklist.
Double Agent was good too.
The first mission in Blacklist destroys Conviction. I'm sorry, it was good.
Oh, you wildin', bro.
Yes, yes.
Blacklist is good. I played like the first 2 hours of it, but I just could not get over.
You can't talk.
The voice acting, bro. I cannot get over the fact that wasn't my
Blacklist for me and Prophecy will all not me and Prophecy. Me and Eric will always be. Hey, Eric.
It's one of the best.
Eric,
it even.
You ready to shoot him, Eric? You ready to shoot him?
I'm not going to shoot him. I might give him a shove, but I
no,
mean,
I was
like,
talking about me and you, but we played co-op together. Like that.
oh
That was
yeah,
our big game.
It
like
was
we
one
fucking,
of the. We had some of the best moments in that.
Yeah.
It's just a good co-op game. They fixed what people didn't like in Conviction. They didn't like the co-op, you know. But if I was gonna say a new Splinter Cell, man, I mean, we didn't get even a teaser.
I think
right?
they need to reboot the whole franchise when they do Splinter Cell, when they actually release it. They already said they're working on it. We know it's coming.
Okay. Hopefully they're following the same, idea of like revealing something and it's
Gonna
coming
be
out.
open world with towers you climb in it. You sneak up the
And then
towers.
That's like
set up,
Shanghai.
you set up
Sounds like
defenses, and you
That sounds
buy
like every other
you buy
Ubisoft game.
boxes.
Oh no,
Yeah,
I
there's
don't
little
think they would do
boxes,
the towers.
There's gonna be a drone in it. It could
Doesn't
be a bird.
What about Far Cry 5? Doesn't that not have any towers at all? If I'm correct, it has no towers.
They said there was no towers. I guarantee you,
Oh.
there's a fucking tower in the game. It's just not a tower. Like it's gonna be underground.
Do you jump
so you're
off
gonna
this
go
tower?
Down. You go down
You go
instead of
down.
going up.
Oh, okay.
An underground tower.
An underground tower.
That's what
You
it's gonna
swim
be
up.
like.
You swim up.
Yeah.
Parking garage or some bullshit.
All right. I think that's it for news this week, guys. I think we've reached the pinnacle of talking about what's going on with Xbox.
Well, it was like Crackdown 3 stream fiasco, which is kind of entertaining for me. It was dumb but entertaining. But I think that's been covered to death.
Well, I mean, yeah, that really kind of was something that took a lot of people by storm. I watched that. I watched that live, and I knew it was gonna be a problem.
You and Jason were watching it, and I saw y'all's Twitter feeds going like, "What the fuck is this? Like, what?
Yeah,
These people don't know how to play games. They're drunk. They're like, this is bad." It is not doing this
Larry
game any
was
favors.
pissed. Larry was pissed.
Yeah.
Larry left the stream at one point. He just left 2 people playing and just walked away.
Yeah.
I think he really was pissed, to be honest. I don't think that he was happy. But I still listen. I still think the game, you have to still wait to see what's going on with the destruction in the cloud. Even though people act like that's not part of the game,
yeah.
It is actually still being worked on, and we're going to probably see it at Gamescom, hopefully. If we don't, I'm sure that people will go even more crazy. But even so, I think the game, I saw it at E3, I kind of like the way it looks. I think it looks like Sunset a little, and
It looks like Crackdown to me.
yeah, it looks like Crackdown, and I mean, what's funner than just, being a level 6, Terry Crews running around, jumping, get orbs, and having crazy explosions, and that's just a single part of the game. I really do feel like the multiplayer part, and I have heard through people that's seen the demo or a demo of it within the industry, not from Xbox, that it is very impressive. So I'd hold our horses before we start calling it. Yeah, and I think that even Xbox had got a little fed up with the Xbox fans because of the way kind of they acted in a lot of spaces, because I think they think we have like PTSD or something. Like we're just like,
we've been in the trenches fighting war.
So.
Well, I want to go right into what you've been playing. Or
You don't
no,
wanna
we
do
got to
News for
do
Gamer?
we got to do the news for gamer of the week.
Yeah, let's
thing.
do News for Gamer. I already got it up. You ready?
All right.
All right. We'll run it a little quick rundown, and you can stop me if you want to talk about it. Sony raises prices for PSN Plus, which we kind of already talked about pre-show. They're going up $10 to $49 to $59, which that will put it at what, $10 more than we pay now over here, since their dollar. Damn.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Can I read some comments?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Just one. It was way too cheap for EU anyway.
Are you serious?
Yeah, Niv. Look at Niv right there.
Yeah, that's fucking hilarious. All right, next article. Crackdown 3's Terry Crews roast hater on Twitter, which was fucking hilarious, by the way.
Yeah.
Somebody tweeted out, like, nobody cared about Crackdown 3 until they announced Terry Crews was in it. And then I think his reply was something like, well, start caring, comma, bitch. That was it.
Yeah, you gotta read like, bitch. Like, that's
Bitch.
That's
And
what
then
you
it
hear,
was just like, damn. That's Terry Crews.
That's
No,
good.
that is alternative marketing for sure. Calling your fucking sales base a bitch.
Hey, you had it coming, man.
All right, next up, is PS4's update and PlayStation Plus increase hiding big PlayStation Now surprise?
No,
Huh?
it's not.
Huh?
Shut down.
Dead Rising 4 hasn't shipped over 1 million copies. New Street Fighter 5 figures revealed. We've kind of already touched on that. Is there any other news for gamers articles we want to laugh at?
I want to laugh at this one right here that I've seen at the bottom. Sony's increasing arrogance is making PS4 unattractive.
It sounds like a weird title.
I
For
mean,
news for
in a
gamers,
way, yeah. Yeah. I mean, it kinda, you think about it, kind of is. I mean, this
Oh, that's a
Gemini guy-
funny title right there. Konami has high hopes for the game industry, announces strong financial results. High hopes, Konami. That's crazy. After the whole Metal Gear Solid debacle, I don't know what they're gonna do
Are they
with that.
making games anymore? Like I just don't
Yeah, they
even
are.
consider
They're
them-
gonna-
Got
they're
that
gonna
Metal Gear
over-
Survive.
Yeah, they're making that, and they made the Yu-Gi-Oh thing. People forgot it was very successessful. People forgot about that.
It'd be
They
nice to
make
make 4K
Pez.
versions of Metal Gear Solid, Ground Zeroes, and
Oh,
Phantom
they
Pain.
It might
be
do
nice.
that. That'll be interesting.
I hope so. It'd be nice. But I doubt
They
it. but-
they're going forward with Metal Gear. I don't know if people remember that. They said they are moving forward with Metal Gear.
Yeah.
They
So-
are, yeah,
they-
Metal Gear Survive. We're gonna port mode.
Well, they had to reboot that by now. So they're gonna have to reboot it.
Yeah, that's such a steaming pile of shit of a story. And yes,
Yeah,
I know I'm bringing on the hate, but
Wait, hold on. You saying the original series?
No, I'm just talking about the how convoluted the Metal Gear Solid story is at this point. It's just a steaming
Yeah.
pile of shit,
It's-
and you
it's
would
good,
need to
though.
start. You would need to scrape it
shit.
off. You'd have to scrape that shit off, and then start over.
I like it, but it is very convoluted. It's very hard.
You
it's
haven't
very
Metal
played
Gear
this.
3 is good, man. Come on.
Just keep hitting X and get through the fucking microwave chamber, okay?
Look, the problem that Metal Gear has Kingdom Hearts has the same problem. Kingdom Hearts, they have their games spread across too many platforms. If it was all on one PlayStation console, or
Hell no,
at least all on
that would not make a
PlayStation,
goddamn difference for Metal Gear
No,
Solid storyline.
they got fucking PSP games and all this other shit that you gotta play to get the whole story. Nobody got time
No,
playing
even
handheld
if you
shit.
we're not, you don't even have to play the PSP game to get the whole story. In
No,
Gear.
Metal Gear not Phantom Pain. What's it called? Fucking, I can't even think of it.
And they
right
released
now.
that shit on console anyway, so fucking.
Yeah,
Well,
nobody playing
yeah.
it when it was like 7 years
Look,
old.
motherfucker, I played that shit. I bought it.
Oh, that shit.
Well, that's on Konami for not releasing like a mega collection, because they've had plenty of chances to do that with the old Castlevania series. Look how many Castlevania games that are awesome, like Bloodlines and
Yeah, that one that Kojima did. That Castlevania
The one that
game.
nobody
Well-
gave a shit about.
well, it depends. The first one was good. Second, I don't know. But yeah, they have plenty of chances to just make collections of these games, but they just, I don't know, haven't really done it. I guess because Metal Gear 4, as example, is hard to port because it's a PS3 game. But otherwise, they should have been on the ball with this stuff. But
All right,
Konami's so Konami now.
let's talk about games. Let's talk about what we've been playing. 'Cause you know what? I've been playing a console that's fantastic. It's a console, if your phone turns off, if you're in the middle of party chat, it kicks you out of the goddamn game. It's called the Nintendo Switch. And I got back into Zelda in those last, couple days, and I've been, really just jamming through dungeons and getting everything done. I got, 15 hearts now. Like
Okay.
a baller.
I'll see you.
But,
You got the Master Sword.
yep, I went and got the Master Sword last night. It's the last thing I did. I was
Was you expecting it to be the way it was? You know, like how when you pulled it out the stone, like what it did. Did you notice that?
yeah, I noticed it. But
Oh, it's cool.
I was sitting there, I was like, just put it in my inventory, and I'll be all right. I'll be happy. But, yeah, Zelda's great. It has its flaws.
Well, it's 97. 97 Metacritic. How could that have flaws?
Well, let me tell you. When you have nothing but fanboys writing your reviews, you hit a 97.
I guess so, man.
Yeah.
right.
I can easily fucking bash the shit out of Zelda. The fucking half the dungeons are boring as shit.
When you say dungeon, do you mean shrines?
Yeah, the shrines. They're all small mini dungeons. That's every single one is. And they're garbage. Half of them. Like, you're just sitting there like, okay. Some of them are good, some are fun, and then other half you're just like, okay, I'm gonna YouTube this shit. Fuck it. And
what? No, bro, you can't YouTube that shit. Come on, man.
Playa, you know you YouTube that shit. Don't lie.
There's one. There's one.
There's always one. There's always one.
One dungeon.
There's always one.
You had to go to another dungeon or shrine and look at that one to figure out the other one. I ain't got time for that shit. Yep. That's the only one. And there's another one. One more.
Yeah. See,
that's like a constellation. You had to look at the stars.
Yeah,
and
look,
shit.
hey,
Come
just
on.
to throw it out there. Wait a second. What you're doing right now, what you're discussing, is where the shrine, where the Master Sword is, and that is on the fucking one I'm on right now. And it's like, look at the motherfucking constellations to figure out these 4 balls and these holes, and I'm like, nah, I'm gonna probably YouTube this shit after fucking with this for another half hour.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, I spent like 45 minutes trying to figure that shit out, and then after that, I'm like, where is the logic in this? Where is it? Who figured this shit out? I want to know who figured that shit out. He could probably crack a damn safe or something.
But Zelda is a really fun game. I don't want to bash it because what
would you give it out of 5?
Out of 5, probably a 5.
What?
Nice.
You fancy?
No, but like it's a 5-point scale. It's a 5-point scale. I like 5 doesn't mean it's the best game ever created. It just means it's a really, really good game, and I really.
It's like a 90. It's 91. Yeah. Sounds like a 5 or a 91.
That's why I like a 5-point scale, because people go, "You gave it a 5 out of 5." I'm like, "Yeah, give it a 5 out of 5." It's just.
But why give it a 5 if it's a fucking 91? You can't tell the difference between a 5. It's a
5-point scale, sir. It's a 5-point scale. All right, Tim,
we go through this. I actually shout out to Jay Dubai. He actually had offered to give it to me for free, and he said he had it. And I said, listen, Jay, I'm not taking this for free. That's way too over the top. But I said, what we'll do is, I'll tell you what, I'll give you $50 a month until I hit 300, and I'll pay for the shipping. And I'll accept it that way. So we came to that agreement, and he's really he's a Sony fan, but he plays Xbox a lot too. He just he and I go back and forth, but he's a really good guy. So shout out to him.
Good gamer.
Yeah, Jay's a good dude. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
and he's sending me. I already paid for the shipping. I PayPal'd him, and he's sending me the Switch tomorrow. So my question to you, what one game, because I am a little strapped for money right now. Like I could buy a game, but like I want to pay off credit cards
for
and stuff.
your Switch? Zelda, without a doubt. That is the game you need to pick up. The reason being is Mario Kart is still fucking Mario Kart. No reason to pick that one up.
Can you play it with? Can you play it? War hands are probably the decent. Can you play it with the Joy-Cons?
Yes, I've played through the whole thing with the Joy-Con so far.
No, not a problem, right?
Not an issue for me.
And Steph, you're the same. You have it too.
Yeah. I don't even have a Pro controller. I didn't even bother buying one. The actual the thing that it comes with that you slide your the grip. Yeah, that actually works pretty good. There's sometimes where I feel like I have to use it. Like when I'm doing a boss fight, I can't.
Or you get the stupid, like there's stupid puzzles in, what is it?
Oh, where you gotta
use the motion control,
the gyro shit.
Yeah, like it's just way easier with the pad than it is trying to move your whole screen in a 360. Now, Prophecy says Splatoon 2. I think Splatoon 2 is a good game. It's just another shooter, though. Like, I think you would enjoy Zelda more if you want an RPG.
See, you know what? It is a toss-up between those 3 games. Mario Kart. Now, I like racers, and I like simple fun. Also, I could throw in Skyrim, too, because I love Skyrim, and I don't know if anybody in the chat or anybody can vouch. How is the Skyrim, if anybody has played it?
It's not out yet.
It's not yet.
Oh, it's not out?
No.
Oh, I thought it was out. Okay, so I got Mario Kart, Splatoon 2, and Zelda. I think I'm going to go Zelda, to be honest.
Yeah. I think Zelda is the experience that you kind of want to have, where it's like, because Splatoon 2, it's between Zelda and Splatoon 2, because it's the moment where you're like, wow, I can't, like, Zelda's really the moment where you're like, wow, I can't believe I'm playing a full console game in my hands wherever I'm at. Like, I don't have to be tied to a TV. Like, it was 75 degrees here the other night. I literally, at 1 in the morning, took my Switch outside and just sat on, the porch and played Zelda and enjoyed the weather. Like, it was fucking wonderful.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Enjoyed the breeze.
yeah. I mean, it's what that console's good at. At the same time,
Right.
the fact that if your phone goes to sleep and it kicks you out of the goddamn lobby, I think Nintendo has
How many
little.
times have you docked it to a TV?
Me personally, I'd say about 2/3. Well, no.
I've only docked it to a TV twice.
I'd say about a quarter of the time I've played on TV.
Really?
Yeah.
I've only done it 2 times, and I've had mine pretty much since it came out. So.
Prophecy said Rocket League's also coming soon. Really good indies. Yeah, I mean, I agree. Like, I can't wait for Rocket League to hit the Switch. It's gonna be.
Yeah, Tim. If you want a fighter, Street Fighter 2's on there for $40.
Only issue with Rocket League on the Switch is I got to leave my phone fucking open and turn on, and the battery dies in an hour and a half because.
Wait, is that like a? Is that for every game that's multiplayer? That's not just for Splatoon.
That's gonna be, man. That's how it is.
Are you serious? I didn't realize that. That's every game.
Welcome to Nintendo Gaming.
What do you do for Mario Kart?
Oh, right now I just don't even log into that shit. I just turn Mario Kart by
before
itself.
the app came out. When you played
No,
Mario?
it would just find you a random group and you would just play randoms. That's all.
And no one complained about that.
It's Nintendo.
Man, I'll go on for another hour. Man. I can't even.
But that's all I've been playing is Zelda. I'm sorry, we just ranted forever.
Cool.
Will, what have you been playing?
Oh man, you ready for this?
No.
Playing a bunch of games.
Okay.
Blaze Blue, the Surge demo, Pharaonic. I think it's called Pharaonic. It's like a Dark Souls side scroller in Egypt. Mass Effect, Doom, Gigantic, Metal Gear Ground Zeroes, Grid, Super Street Fighter Arcade Edition, and some Warframe. That's why I get no achievements, because I play so many games once.
Jesus.
All good though. Yeah, I'm sorry, man.
Can I recommend?
I'm sorry.
What
Somebody's
Remains
calling
of
me out
Edith
in party chat real quick. Wolverine, aka Prophecy, says he's pretty sure you could play friends online in Mario Kart. You can. I was lying when I said it's just randoms. You can play with friends.
Is it true that you have to?
Fake
I
news
heard
Dustin
though.
is what I got called.
But I heard that in order to play your friends, you actually have to run an Ethernet to their house from your house.
Oh no, that's totally true. You gotta hardwire this system in there. It's the only true way to play. It's about the latency more than the connection because it's about the latency.
That's true. Steph, you're gonna say something before? I forgot what you were gonna ask.
Steph was all like,
I was saying, recommending What Remains of Edith Finch.
Oh yeah. I'll have
We
to
just interviewed that dev last week.
I know it was a good interview. I'll have to.
Thank you, sir.
I'm waiting for a price drop. To be honest with you.
It's worth the $20. Trust me, it's worth it. It's worth $20. It's good. It's good. I didn't get a free code. I'm saying, I didn't get one, but I bought it.
Gotcha.
But I guess I'll go ahead and go. Or you done, Will?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. Look, I was going ahead and say that you might have to have an intervention for me because I have an addiction to PUBG.
Oh,
that's all I've been playing. PUBG is it's my shit, man. I mean, I can't get off of it. I literally was playing like the first 5 minutes of the podcast. I had to stop. because you know. But yeah, go ahead.
I just want to say I got to pick up my nephew. So as far as PUBG, 6 million. I'm sure we're going to be just talking about that. But thanks for having me on. I'll be on next week. Just like I said, my nephew just called me. I don't know what happened, but I'm going to be picking him up. But thanks for having me on the show, guys. I'll be back.
Wow, okay, Tim.
Yeah,
All right,
Tim.
man.
Have a good weekend.
I hope he's not in trouble. I don't know why he's calling me.
Yeah, hopefully everything's good.
See, Jim.
He's getting at that age where All right, I'll see you guys next week.
See you later,
Tim. Take it easy.
Yeah.
All right.
Special Ed wants to know: anyone think Microsoft might just buy PUBG?
I think that if it takes off, they might try to like maybe possibly lock it down because I listened to some interviews like before the game was actually announced for Xbox and everything, and they kind of like played it down like that they had a deal with Microsoft, whatever. You can kind of tell that they're kind of like, if you look at Mike Yabar, he fucking streams that game like literally every day. I mean, he could just be addicted like me, but I don't know. I got a feeling there's something behind the curtains that we're not seeing. If this game does pretty good, I mean, they're an indie developer, so I mean, they're like the Rocket League dev, Psionic. They're just a small group of people. You know, one guy that made a mod and then made a damn game out of the mod thing. Yeah. So they could benefit from having, some big money behind them. I mean, I'm sure they got money now selling fucking 6 million copies, but having Microsoft behind them, all the fully behind them, that'd be pretty good. So we'll see. I mean, crazier things have happened. I mean, they bought fucking Minecraft for $2 billion.
Nah, they're not ever even they're not even interested in buying PUBG. Are you kidding me?
Bruh, I'm trying.
That's
if
not
this
even
game comes out and sells 2 million copies,
they still won't be interested. They still won't be interested.
Just don't get me wrong. PUBG is
I
going to
wouldn't
be
be
a big
surprised.
game.
It's a good game,
I
but
wouldn't be
Microsoft
surprised is the point I'm making.
Oh no,
Microsoft
I just want to say, like, PUBG is a good game.
Yeah,
it's not a Minecraft caliber game.
Yeah, it's not even.
Hold on, what did Phil Spencer say? I'm investing into first-party studios.
No, I agree. I agree, but
I mean, he might snatch these things up. He might
dropping $2 billion on a game is on a game that is.
No, I'm not saying that he would spend that much money.
No, I know you're not saying
and
that much money.
And you know, Steph, that Minecraft money they got back like in a year or two. It was crazy.
They got it back in less than a year.
Yeah, that's why Microsoft Pro. They ain't gonna ever buy like if they buy like Battlegrounds, it's gonna be much less. They're gonna I don't know. It might be like
100 million.
100 million, yeah. But then that's not happening. They don't really. I'm just saying they don't care. I mean they care, but remember how they have Rocket League on their thing? They didn't buy Rocket League.
No, but the thing is Rocket League wasn't that big at the time that it came to Xbox.
What?
It was big. No, it wasn't as big. They didn't sell 6 million copies before they came to fucking Xbox.
If I'm correct, they did. I think they did. They did sell that before they came to Xbox.
6 million.
It says I have a sneaking suspicion there's a deal happening. Gamescom announcement.
What?
Well,
PUBG. Move consoles.
Well, we can't say a game like PUBG is going to move consoles and make a big impact on what Microsoft's doing, and they're not going to. Dude, this is the #1 game on Twitch right now.
Yeah,
it is. It is.
Yes.
Not surprising. What
I'm saying, it's the #1 game on Twitch.
What's the point?
They already got
prophecy.
Huh?
I don't know.
All I'm saying is, look, if there's something extra going on behind the curtains, I don't care if it's back rubs or ear flicks or neck sucking. I don't know what it is.
Ooh, neck sucking.
But yeah,
it's like a vampire.
Whatever it is something's going on back there.
Vampire Steph with his neck sucking.
Raising the Dead. Yeah, whatever you want to call it. But that's what I've been playing. I actually got to play it with Eric. Me and Eric, we had a nice.
Yes, I got to play Battlegrounds with Steph. Like dodging people. He has his special black
Eric,
friend.
may I ask you something? Is it true, the rumors going around, that you got everybody killed?
You see, like we didn't have to talk about this on here, but listen, this is what happened. Okay, let's walk through here. We passed at least like 5 houses. You know, we passed a lot of houses on the road to where we had to go. So I found I could be butchering this Russian town name or whatever it's in the game. It's called Primorsk, and in that town, I said that's a good idea to go there. So I said, okay, I'll park the car right here and we get out. But then I'm just noticing how there's a lot of gunfire over there, and we're gonna have to find a way to get to the other side, but we can't go through the town because there's too many people. So we're gonna get a boat. You know, that's a simple. Anybody would think that way. Okay.
Yeah, let's run to the
so
open
I
beach.
ran to the open beach, and oh man, the people were in. They came out of the water onto the beach, and they started firing in all directions. I was trying to tell Steph and other people with 4X scopes to just start shooting, but I guess it was too late because I didn't realize it was just. It attracted a lot of attention.
The neck sucking started, yeah, it was.
Yeah, and then I was in the water now, getting shot down, and Steph was coming over there, and then he got shot down, and then
No, that's not what happened. Let's describe what happened. Everything you said up until the part that I came over there, because I seen you and I said y'all gonna die. You said, Steph, come pick us up.
Oh yes,
I said,
Allie
nah,
was
bruh. I said, nah, y'all dead. I'm
yeah,
sorry, but
that's
y'all
what happened.
dead.
Sorry,
and
my
I left.
bad. My bad.
I left
You're right.
these people because
You're right. Allie was there, right? I told him to come. Steph, okay, Allie came, he went down. Then after that, Otto got his head shot off. That was crazy. I was like, damn. I messed up big time because he was trying to help, but he got his head shot off. Then you're right. You were the last one out, right? You ran all the way back to the car. You made it a very long way. But here's the best part, right? He made it to the circle, past the circle, because the circle was closing in, right? He gets all the way, he said, I'm telling him, look, you just need to get out there, go towards, get out here, right? And go, he didn't want to listen to me anymore. Get out here and go into the, near the beach houses, right? He didn't want to listen. I'm going to the forest. He gets to where he wants to go, he gets out the car while the car is moving, runs himself over and kills himself. The game over. So it's like, really? Wow. It was a lose-lose. I guess it was my fault for picking the location, So yeah, I got everybody killed in a sense. Yeah. I don't do it all the time, okay? You put me on blast here. I don't do it all the time. It just happened that time.
No, but it happened twice in a row, and I was like, look, let me lead. Let me just say where we go. You know what I mean? Next time. But it's all good. I had a good time.
Y'all been playing anything else?
That's what I've been playing. I haven't played anything else. I ain't gonna lie.
I also play Halo 5, but, nothing new there.
Yeah. You've played Edith Finch yet, Eric?
Say that again?
What Remains of Edith Finch?
No.
You should play that game. It's really
It's
really
a good game?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's worth the 20. I'm telling you, I'm giving it the Dustin seal of approval.
Oh wow!
I don't give. Those
what would
out.
you give that out of 5?
5.
I still didn't get the seal of approval for Will's Enter the Gungeon. I got to work on this. I said I was in 2 weeks since he said that, or maybe 3 now. Damn, I gotta work on that.
All right. Well, cool. I think that's going to do it for our show this week, guys. Unless anybody got anything else they want to talk about. Talk about some chicken. Talk about, everything everybody cares about that.
What would you give Gus's chicken?
Oh, Gus's chicken was a 5 out of 5. It was fantastic chicken.
Gus's
chicken.
I agree.
Yeah, Gus's chicken's fucking on point.
Can I go ahead and give a shout out?
I want to rate other chicken companies real quick so people understand just how good Gus's chicken is. KFC, 2 out of 5.
I hate you.
Ooh.
I mean, we're compared it to Gus's. This is.
I mean, but I put my life in the KFC. I put my life in.
To be honest, we can let that slide. Yeah, it's fine. That's fine.
KFC's 2, maybe 3 out of 5.
Okay.
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A is a 4 out of 5. I mean, it's a great.
Is it really that good? I think that's kind of exaggerated.
Oh, man,
I'm sorry.
I think like I said, 4 out of 5, man. 4 out of 5. It is a solid chicken sandwich.
Chicken biscuits, though, bro. You gonna have to calm down. Them chicken biscuits is hitting.
Now, something like farm fresh chicken, it's like a 3 out of 5, 2 out of 5, somewhere in there.
Man, y'all was talking that farm fresh chicken.
That farm fresh chicken's on motherfucking point.
But 2 out of 5, though. That's okay.
Yeah.
Especially like a KFC, a 5 out of 5. I don't know.
KFC.
The KFC over here is
5,
garbage, so I
like,
can't give them that high.
It's nowhere near 5 out of 5. Like like I'm from the South, man. We love chicken, and it ain't no. It ain't
What would you give? Have you had Lee's chicken?
No, I've not had Lee's chicken.
Okay, I wasn't sure if that's where you live.
Because I drove down. I don't know if I talked about this on the podcast. To Memphis, Tennessee. I visited Maria and Vern, and we went around eating.
Passed me up here where I live at. Drove all the way to Memphis. Okay, cool.
Look, hey, I was gonna write, but like it's a 14-hour drive, and I wasn't trying to extend that shit any more than I did.
So there's Popeyes. What about that?
Popeyes is like a 4 out of 5. Like Popeyes is fucking on point.
Is it that much better than KFC? Are you serious?
It is though. He's right. It is.
What about Bojangles?
Bojangles is like
I don't have that over here. I gotta go west for that or something. I don't know where that's at.
Go south, Eric.
South.
Okay. The best chicken places are in the South. It's just that's how it is.
What about what's that Bojangles? Fuck, I'm forgetting one. Hold on, give me a second. What's that up? There's one more. What is it?
Churches.
Let's not talk about that. Horrible.
Yeah, that one is horrible. Yeah,
that gets like a 2. That gets like a 2. I'm sorry. Okay,
I'm just saying, like KFC's, just their game is not there on the chicken.
Zaxby's.
Wait. What about the special? Wait, hold on a minute, Justin. What about the specialty stuff they got? Nashville and Gold.
Yeah, that Nashville chicken is banging,
yeah, you see, that's how they got back a little bit there. They're like, oh, we know it's bad, but hey, look, put this sauce on it. Change it up.
That shit ain't no sauce. That's like oil.
It is, but it's good. It's bad for you. You're gonna really bad.
You take a day off your life every time you have it, but you know.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Damn.
All it does is save me in hospital bills, so I'll eat it. All right. Well, I think we've talked about enough chicken. Please write us at letters@xboxuncut.com. Tell us where your favorite chicken place is, or we can talk about video games. It's what we normally try to do, but that's letters@xboxuncut.com. I'd like to thank the person that signed me up for porn accounts on letters@xboxuncut.com. I'll be changing the email up next week and deleting that one and then refreshing it. But we'll be back.
I'm sorry, did you not enjoy those porn?
You know what? I overly enjoyed it, so I have to,
Okay, man, we'll have to see you guys later. Wow, this is getting crazy.
See, this is why Eric is here. Eric knows when enough is enough. All right. Well, peace out, everybody.
Yeah, later.
Later, guys.
Peace.
All right, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. We will catch y'all next week. Y'all are amazing. But peace out, everybody.
Peace out. Peace out.